guys, Texture here. We're looking at some of the figures we got this week. Today we are looking at the McFarlane Collector Edition DC Multiverse 1978 Superman from the Superman movie. Now, this guy, I believe he came out, I think, was it January? Or was it late December? I don't remember. He came out really early, and I completely missed it. I had said to myself I was not going to do McFarlane anymore. I'm just going to do, like I said, I just get a couple here and there. Of course, the Bane, the big figures, I'm all in. But lately, and as you can see in my channel, I've gotten several, and I'm very much into, I think I've changed my route, because now this year there's been several that I've been pre-ordering and waiting to get. I think it was last week I pre-ordered Supergirl, and I'm super excited about that one. And then I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the 2 days, or whatever day it was, I pre-ordered the 3 digital versions of Two-Face, Dr. Fate, and that Superman. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited about that. That just looks, because I'm like, dang, these are so cool. They've gotten better. He actually is now doing better figures. Like, as you can see, just with last week when I got Captain Cold, I was so so excited about that one. That looks so cool. So, and then of course all the reviews that we got on what was it, Fest? Was it New York Toy Fair? New York something. It was California. I don't remember. It's hard to keep up with these conventions. But they revealed so much for the spring and summer that there's a lot of figures that I'm interested in. And it's like, I honestly said to myself, I'm just going to do classified. And then this happened. And then now Mondo is doing a new She-Ra, a new Swiftwind. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is crazy. And I guess this is good for my channel, because I can keep coming up with reviews and showing more figures off. So I guess that's a good thing. But of course, my wallet's saying, oh my God, what are you doing? Anyway, so this guy came out, like I said, earlier in the year, and I was able actually to grab him on eBay. I won a bidding on him, and I actually got a decent price. I actually paid the price that that he would have been released for. So that's a good thing. I didn't have to go over the amount or anything. So, and I'm glad I did, because look how gorgeous he looks. Like, he looks freaking awesome. McFarlane did a good job with the sculpt, and of course we're gonna get a closer look in just a second. But look at this. As you can see, it comes in that window box packaging with all the different hands, the extra head. Of course, the Superman looking stoic as ever. Collector card, and actually I do see a flight stand in the box, so that's really cool. Let's go and turn around. You got the blacks and silvers popping out, because this is a collector edition, so maybe I shouldn't open it, huh? All right, on the side of the box you have McFarlane Collector's Edition Superman the movie 1978. Man, oh my God, 1978. That is insane. So I remember these from my childhood. Like, I would watch these over and over and over. And I believe it was Superman #2 where my mom took me to the theaters. I think it was probably like a dollar theater. I think it was not like a regular theater. I think it was kind of one of those cheapy ones after they had a release. I don't remember, but I remember seeing it in the theater and thinking, oh my God, those 3 villains. And I hope hopefully we get them. I mean, it's kind of crazy, because it's like, finally McFarlane is doing so good figures. They're so cool, and they're closing the line. So it's like, I hope they finish this one too. Maybe it'll be a surprise at the end of the year and knock this one out and get the 3 villains from that other movie. Anyway, look at this portrait. This is iconic. This is basically, when I think of Superman, this is what I think of. This is what I look at. Christopher Reeve was a phenomenal actor, and he went through so much before he passed away, which was really sad. So, but when you look at this, you think of him. So I'm excited about this figure. Let's go ahead and get him out of the packaging to get a closer look at the McFarlane Collector Edition DC Multiverse 78 Superman. All right, here is 78 Superman out of the packaging. And my goodness, this looks spectacular. I am so glad I got him. Man, why did I not get him when he was released? Like, why? Oh my Lord. This is probably one of the best, definitely going to be on my top of the year list, because dang, he looks so nice. Look at the beautiful colors that are coming out, that beautiful blue and the reds and the yellow. I mean, this is Superman. This is a figure that, and I don't remember I've ever seen a Christopher Reeves figure. I mean, maybe Mezco maybe might have done one. But I don't remember any. I certainly don't remember from the past. So this is spectacular. McFarlane, I'm gonna give it to you, because look at this. So let's go ahead and look at the face sculpt. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, I am seeing Christopher Reeves right there. And that iconic hair that he has. Those beautiful blue eyes that he got. I mean, look at that. That's just insane. They did such a good job. Like I said, I mean, McFarlane's always done a good job with, of course, their villains or their monsters. And in the beginning, I think when they came out, I don't think they did any good job with some of their character faces. But this is spectacular. Like, I'm blown away. So let's go down and look at that beautiful symbol of the S on the chest. And he's not, I mean, and he's kind of skinny and, small, like the way he's supposed to look, and not overly built. Now, of course, we got that, those pins there, which, of course, I don't really, it doesn't matter to me, but, you have those on both sides of the arms. Look at that belt buckle. Beautiful, beautiful yellow. And then, of course, those red trunks. Not looking like a diaper, which is great, because that was one thing that I hated. They would always, it looks like a diaper, but this one doesn't look like a diaper. That looks cool. Like, I don't know, I think it was just a different crotch piece that they just put that was so big, like it would come down to here or something. And it's so funny, because I was actually at Target the other day, and I saw the Doomsday versus, was it Batman or Superman? I think it was Superman in that pack that they came out with. And Doomsday looks so hideous. I mean, he was hideous in the movie in the first place, but that figure not only looked gross, but he had that big old diaper thing, and I was like, oh. So that was another reason why I was kind of turned off by a lot of these figures. But look at it, this is just art. And they got the boots looking nice and perfect. Nothing, I mean, of course, I think they could have, I don't know how they could have done it where they would have made this longer. But, you can definitely see the boots. And then, of course, the back of the figure. And then another thing they did a great update in is the capes. They're no longer those plastic capes. They're soft goods. And you got the S symbol there also. Not too long, just long enough for him. And, of course, you got the bending wire. So that's a really good touch, because you can really, when you get on the flight stand, you can really pose him with that flight going. Whoosh. Of course, hold on. It looks like this. Whoosh. That looks iconic. So let's look at the articulation. I don't do articulation too much, but this goes up. It has a shoulder cuff there. This is bendable all the way. Same thing with the legs, and it works pretty well. There you go. So there we go with that. Just standard with all the Supermans, or not Supermans, DC figures. And of course, the boots go up and down. It rotates, rotating cup there. And then now the waist doesn't move. This doesn't move at all. Mainly, just basically goes back, forward at that moment. So that's one thing that I'm noticing that it's not doing too much, but still, I'm not really mad about that. And then the head looks all the way up this way and then down as much as it can go. So yeah, this is nice. This is a nice one. This is just like Batman 89. I'm loving everything about it. Like I said, probably be in my top 10 of the year. I know it's going to be. Now, there's a different face that came with this. And I guess this is the older version of him, I would think, because the hair looks longer. So I'm not exactly sure which, maybe this is another movie, maybe. But it still looks gorgeous and great. So, you know, I'm probably going to keep that head on him still. Because of a bunch of hands like you saw earlier, he's got 2 slap your mama hands. Slap your mama in the face. No, I'm just kidding. Don't you be slapping your mama in the face now. Because she's probably slap you back. But yeah. And then these open hands, open grip hands. I'm not sure what they can grip onto. It looks like it can hold on to a drink or something. And then you have, I guess this other open hand, or the hand like that, or I don't know how to say that, but, and then you got another, wait, did I mess up on this? There's another drinking hand. Okay, so these two, oh, hold on. Oh, so there's like 3 different types of grip hands. So there's kind of smaller. This is big. I don't know what would grip though. He didn't come with anything to grip though. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe someone's neck. All right, next up is the pointy finger. You did it. It was you. As you can see. I mean, all these hands. Is this a Super 7 figure? And finally, the crystal that he pulls out in his little ice pad that he had, you know, to show whether, you know, what was going on, to communicate. I think he was communicating with his dad from what I remember. And then, all right, so he comes with his collector card. Looks really cool. I like that. I actually wouldn't mind a poster of that. And a bio. From the doomed planet of Krypton, 2 parents launch a spaceship carrying their infant son to Earth. He grows into become Clark Kent, a mailman and reporter with powers and abilities from far beyond those of mortal men. Now, actually, I'm probably going to watch the movie today because I just really feel that's cool. And I haven't seen this in a while, but he does come with a flight stand, so that's really cool. So, I mean, he's packed out with a lot, so that's really, really awesome. So let's get this guy on my turntable to get my final thoughts on the Superman 78 from McFarlane Toys. All right, here is Superman out of the packaging, looking super cool. I have him on the flight stand, flying away, just looking spectacular, stoic. What can I say? This is probably one of my best figures, if not the figure of the year. Just looking at the colors, the way the body's made, they didn't overly do it and try to give you a big old body and a small face. They actually went out of the way to make this look like Christopher Reeves, and he does. Just like the Batman 89 figure, this is definitely a figure that you have to have in your collection. I mean, I'm so glad that I was able to grab him on you know, eBay and do a small bidding war. I'm glad the last person who bid it didn't, you know, jump up the bid to like $50 because I would have lost him. But no, this is definitely a very, very cool figure. And like I said, McFarlane is killing it now. I'm very excited. Actually, you know, we're gonna have more McFarlane figures on this channel. Like I said, just, Supergirl's next. She's coming. I think May 6th is the date that I'm thinking I'm getting her. Maybe sooner than that. And then we got more. We got the other Superman, that digital thing that they did. I'm getting that wave, so they're coming. And of course, we have the Super Friends wave also, which doesn't have Superman, but I'm sure they will. And of course, in the summer, I'm looking forward to Miss Batman Returns, getting my Catwoman, the Penguin. Oh my God, this is so cool. They're doing really well with these movie characters. They They done very well with the Batman Forever line. Of course, I think Two-Face is one of the best on that one. And then, of course, Batman and Robin. Who would think I would actually want figures from Batman and Robin, the worst movie in the whole universe, but coming out with that beautiful, beautiful Poison Ivy figure. So this is just another hit out of the, home run for McFarlane. If you don't have this figure, you gotta get him, I'm sure. Hopefully you can still find them on eBay or, Mercari for a good price. There's some good sellers that are not scalpers, So, you might find them, hopefully. What do you guys think of this guy? Do you have him in your collection? I mean, what do you think about all the new stuff that's coming that's actually going to be a pretty big year for McFarlane? They're going out with a bang. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments, and until next time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.